Now, something very interesting that just came to my attention is this. If it'll load. Yeah. Is this. They already made a Wikipedia page on it. They already did. They already did. Yep, right here. They already made a page of this. So I just want to look at this. Because does it mention who it is? Does it mention... It's under discussion. Please do not move this article. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense for the title. Was fatally shot while on stage. The first stop on a campaign planned. It followed the attack on Paul Pelosi. Well, haven't heard of that. I'll have to look at that. I want to know, they don't have the picture of the person, right? 12:10 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay. Wait, let's look that up. Because that was 12:10 p.m. Mountain Time to Central Time. Will be 1:10. Jeez. Okay. Kirk was answering a question on the number of mass shootings committed by transgender people. He was asked... Counting or not counting? Were in attendance. A U.S. representative was there. I didn't know that. Oh, he's retired. Okay. It says. At 12:37, 27 minutes later. It was reported on by Donald Trump. Yes, that's correct. J.D. Vance. Yeah, they all posted about it. Everybody posted about it. This is crazy. Yeah, I saw this too. That was really nice. A lot of people did post about it too, which was also nice to see. Like, I didn't see Clinton posted about it, but I saw Obama, Biden, and Harris all posted about it. And Sanders, Walls. I saw Zoran posted about it. I didn't see Newsom post about it. I didn't see that he said anything about it. I didn't see that he said anything bad about it. He just said, like, oh, this happened. Yeah, I saw Netanyahu. Man, this is, like, all... I've been scrolling through X, like, all day. Wow. Ben Shapiro was supposed to occur later this evening. Wow, holy cow. So this is crazy. They already have this here. And they said they have it in custody... they have it in custody already. Yeah, let me just look this up. It says 4 minutes. 4 minutes. It says manhunt underway. How's it manhunt underway? I thought they got the guy. That's what they said. Yes, finally. I'm glad we're finally doing this. Holy cow. Yes. And you know where it starts? Unironically, we could start this so easily just by banning Reddit. Or, basically, we need to follow up more specifically on internet threats, because people say, oh yeah, it doesn't mean anything. No, it inspires people, because these people are all critically online. They're chronically online, and they need to they're consuming this content. When you're surrounded by a group of people who are all saying, yeah, you know, this guy should go, someone should go kill this guy. Like, eventually one of them's gonna do it. It's just common sense. So what you need to do, you need to crack down on laws that you need to instate laws that basically say, hey, threatening people is illegal on the internet. And I'm pretty sure there is a law for that. Obviously, there is a law for that. We need to crack down on it. So yes, this is a great idea. I'm so glad that he's doing this. I'm so glad, or that he's saying that he's doing this. Let's be honest. Yep. It was senseless. This is so stupid. Broke all norms. Speaker Johnson. Yeah, no, I saw this clip. I want to see if it'll I want to see if I can find it again. I saw this clip, and Speaker Mike Johnson reminded me of this. I saw this clip. Democrats, Charlie Kirk, where no. Search all this up. Yes, right here. This right here.
What purpose is the gentlelady from Colorado riding?
Yeah, someone's saying it's super hard to hear, but you can hear somebody is saying, "Can we get a moment of silence for prayer for Charlie Kirk?" Yeah, and then you can hear there's Democrats over there going, "No! No, like, bro. How cold-hearted do you have to be?" And you know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? Who's that guy? Yeah. This reminds me of this guy. This guy, DJ Daniels, absolute Chad. This guy is. DJ Daniels is an absolute Chad. Let's remember that now. He's a Chad. When he was being instated, because this was at, like, it was at, like, a conference right after the inauguration, he, like, the Democrats refused to stand for a literal kid with cancer who's getting, like, who's just being instated with this special honor of something he's wanted to do all his life. Like, how heartless do you have to be? Refusing to take a moment of silence for someone who just died because you disagree with them. Refusing to stand for a kid with cancer because you don't like the person who appointed him. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, you see, and this clip has also kind of been going viral because the morals of these people couldn't get any lower. Exactly. This is actually from CNN. They're not. Hey, it's crazy. They're not saying anything too crazy here. They're just kind of saying it as it is. Now you hear we unfortunately can't say the same for MSNBC, who said that it might have been, it might have just been someone firing off their gun in celebration. Which is the stupidest excuse I could have ever seen, and they just can't take responsibility. I think I made an X post about it. Man, my X account has been crazy today. I've been wilding out on this app. I swear. This is like my actual X account, by the way, not the one that's my Fiery Phoenix Games X account. Which one is this? Which one is it? Did I just repost this? Oh yeah, Andrew Tate's a little interesting. I didn't see it. I don't know. I think it was a reply. I said, yeah, I caught this. This was literally one of the first things. I went on my Fiery Phoenix Games account, okay? Like my account that I use to, like, basically advertise stuff for this channel. And this is one of the first posts that I saw. This is one of the first posts that I saw. These are not real people. I swear, these are literally not real people. Oh, and this too. I saw another screenshot. I saw another screenshot where this guy, Omar, said, "Oh, I had nothing to do with it. I swear it was just a coincidence." But then he also, like, said, "Oh yeah, there's nothing, we don't know. I'm so glad that this happened." Like, it's so dumb. I'm not seeing my reply here, but I swear that I did reply to them. But No, this is terrible, and people are refusing to take accountability for it. I watched the Asmongold video on it. I watched the Benny Johnson video on it before the stream, actually, right here. If we go to my YouTube homepage, you'll see Bering. Bering made a video on it. This right here, okay. Let's, this person replied to that. I don't know. I think I lost a subscriber over this, but that's okay. Like this right here. Yeah, this is only at 32 views. This, I don't know. Do I have, like, comments turned off or something? Because comments aren't wanting to work on that video. Which is probably why I haven't gotten any comments on that. But no, I want to watch the Bering video. I want to watch the Bering video on this. This is crazy.
You've obviously heard the news about Charlie Kirk. I'm under no illusion that you get your news from the Bering channel. And this isn't going to be a Bering video. There's going to be no avatars or anything like that in this video. I wasn't even going to talk about it at all. I was going to talk about some other goofy shit, but I don't feel like I can do that, which is, it's kind of a weird thing. I'm on the other side of the world. I couldn't be further away from Charlie Kirk and what happened. But I got to say, this has absolutely floored me today.
Yeah, this guy's Australian, by the way.
I've never had any interaction with Charlie Kirk. I watched a video of his every now and then, but I got up this morning, had my coffee, opened my iPhone, and it was just everywhere, you know. I went for a run and listened to Tim Pool sort of break down, sort of, you know, try to hold the tears back. And like I said, it's a weird
I think
feeling.
I saw that.
I mean, I didn't know the guy. I wasn't even the biggest fan. But something about this just feels massive and so incredibly sad.
I'm not making the
for his
reference.
family and for the country, for America. I mean, like I said, I couldn't be further away from this. But I think the thing that gets you, or gets me anyway, is just the sheer fucking brazenness. Is that a word? Probably not. The sheer audacity to do something like this. Murders happen every day in America. We all know that. But this guy was almost like a symbol. You know, I was thinking about it and I thought, I mean...
Yeah, I saw that. So someone, one of my friends was talking about it, like, on a Discord server or something, and everyone was like, oh, murders happen every day. Yeah, but the thing is, this was, like, in front of so many people. And it's always different. It's always different when it's, like, a big person that everybody knows about. Because, and it sounds a little mean, but it just affects more people. It affects more people when it's like a big person, like a person that everybody knows. So it's not like something that you can just say, oh, you know, people get killed every day. Because if it was like that, then it wouldn't be all over the news. It's that simple. So it's more than that.
Apart from Donald Trump, you take this like conservative movement in America, call it what you want, you know, MAGA, the conservatives, whatever. And apart from Donald Trump, I mean, who influenced the election, I suppose? Who shaped American politics as they
This guy did.
stand? I mean,
this
you've
guy,
got Donald Trump,
this legend.
Elon Musk, I guess Tucker Carlson, maybe Joe Rogan, and Charlie Kirk. There's like Donald Trump and a few guys, a few select guys underneath Donald Trump.
Musk did not influence the election as much as he thought he did.
Shaped things as they are. Yeah, I mean, look, this video obviously doesn't have a script. I'm just talking. This isn't going to be a fucking 8-minute or a 10-minute video. This isn't for ad revenue. I didn't want to make a Bering video about this, but I kind of feel like I have to say something. Like I said, I was absolutely rattled. I mean, especially when you see the pictures and the footage of him with his family. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, this is like perhaps one of the worst parts. Is that you have to think about it. You can disagree with the man on literally every single policy, but you gotta also remember that he's not just himself with absolutely zero connections to anybody else. This man has a wife and 2 kids who are now going to grow up without a father because some people didn't like the things that he was saying, which, by the way, he said in the most respectful, polite ways possible, and he was always open to debate with people on the other side. That's what he did. He debated with people on the other side. He would have a respectful conversation, trying to understand their perspective and sharing his perspective to try and, you know, have more communication instead of just resorting to name calling or, unfortunately, political violence, which is what, ironically, what happened was the very thing that he was fighting against ended up being his demise, which is really sad. And it's also just proving that we need more Charlie Kirks in this world, because we need more people to speak up and to encourage this sort of conversation between people who can disagree on stuff. And unfortunately, from what I'm seeing, especially like on X, there's probably not going to be any more people like Charlie Kirk, because people are done being nice. People are done having respectful, polite conversations. People are annoyed about this. People are very annoyed about this. People are enraged about this. I was enraged about this. I'm at a loss for words. People aren't going to be polite and respectful anymore. People are going to start reciprocating this violence. Like, the more this keeps happening. And I was just having a conversation with someone the last time it happened. Like, it's hard to believe. We had the tragedy in Minneapolis. We had what was her name? Like, Uryan or something? The Ukrainian woman on the bus that everyone was just talking about. Like, that was recent. That was like a few days ago. And now we have this. Like, that's 3 in a row. That's like within the span of like 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, it's not shocking that this is radicalizing people. And unfortunately, the GOP, the party of law and order, is probably going to devolve into just the party of retaliation. So the future, they unknowingly, they might have just eliminated the last person who was going to have a respectful conversation, which is very unfortunate. But also, you can't really feel bad for them, because as I said in my YouTube short, we've really done nothing but try and have these respectful conversations for the past 5 to 6 years. It started getting really bad around like 2020 with like the BLM riots and George Floyd and all that. So and you know, after that we had the January 6th, which to this day is the one event that people try to hold against the right, when in the past 2 weeks the left has done worse things than January 6th. And that's just in the past 2 weeks. Not to mention the 5 assassination attempts on Donald Trump, the numerous assassination attempts on other right-wing figures, you know, the Tesla vandalization, the LA riots, which were kind of part of the Tesla vandalization. But all that stuff, there's more. Some argue the shooting of the Minnesota senators was a Democrat thing or a Republican thing. Last I looked into that, I had some sources saying, oh, he confirmed Democrat, and some sources said, oh, he was a confirmed Republican. But then the most recent source that I had looked at that time said it was still under speculation and there was no actual viable proof from either side. So that was just kind of a wild card. But anyways, I'll let him continue speaking.
He's got 2 young daughters. I mean,
exactly.
When I heard about this, I came in and said to my wife, oh my God, Charlie Kirk's been killed. Do you understand how big this is? And she was about to take my daughter to school, so I picked up my daughter and gave her a massive hug. I mean, Charlie Kirk was younger than me.
Jeez. Yeah, this guy was 31.
Me, with a young family. I've seen reports that they were there at the event, which is just horrific. You know?
Yeah, no, the fact that they were there, too, just shows the amount of moral decay that we're experiencing from the left right now. And, you know what's really encouraging, and I know they have to do this for show, so it's not so much that you can, like, trust their integrity, but, you know, you see a lot of left-wing, like, politicians, a lot of left-wing influencers were out there saying this is horrible, this is terrible, we don't support this, we don't advocate for this, this is not something that we want to happen, this is not something that we wanted to happen. And so it's nice to see these people, these left-wing politicians and influencers giving out their prayers and their regards to him and his family. But also, you gotta take into account the rhetoric that they've been spewing for, like, what is it now? The past 12 years? Is it? No, it hasn't been the past. It would be the past 8 years? Yeah. It'd be like the past 8 to 9 years. Which is that, they're fascists, there's Nazis, they want to make it a dictatorship. They're trying to take away our rights. But and then when you hear something like this, when you hear and you genuinely believe it, and you genuinely believe that this individual is coming after you and attacking your personal freedoms and your rights to live your life, then yeah, that's going to make you angry, and that's going to do bad things. The problem is they've been saying this, okay, for the past 8 to 9 years, and now they're trying to act like they're somehow moral, and they're saying, oh, this is terrible, this is so bad, like, which it is, but they're the ones who are causing it. They're the ones who are causing this type of stuff to happen. Like, I don't know, man.
Like I said, I wasn't a Charlie Kirk super fan. I respected what he did. I agreed with probably most of what he said. I'm not a devout Christian or anything like that. We did have differences, I guess. But I'm trying to put into words why this has rattled me so much. I suppose it's because...
it's rattled everyone. This is as one Twitter post put it, this is the end of the moderate left, or the moderate right. The moderate left still exists, but they're a big minority compared to the far left now, and it appears that we're headed in that direction too. The moderate right is gone. The moderate right is gone.
I mean, you've got this young guy, this 31-year-old guy.
Tons of influencers, by the way, saying that this is radicalizing them, and it should be radicalizing you. Like, this is disgraceful. You how can you live in a society where this is happening and then just act like we don't need to take action and there's not a problem that we need to fix? It should be radicalizing.
And 2 kids, 2
it's
young
just sad
daughters.
that this is
he's kind
what
of,
it's come
I mean,
to.
even if you disagree with him politically, he's kind of like what most people aspire to be. He's a young, successful guy. He stands up for what he believes in. He's passionate. He's successful. I mean,
this is true.
Fuck, man, what a shame. I really hope it's not I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous. I really hope it's not a Franz Ferdinand moment for America. Like I said, there was no script for this. I didn't really even think about what I was going to say. I was wrestling with myself about, am I going to say anything at all? I mean, I feel so horrible for the guy, and especially his family. And I mean, the anger that some people must be feeling, that a lot of people must be feeling. The guy was assassinated for having opinions. He didn't hurt anyone. Yes. He didn't call for anyone to be hurt. I mean, some of the media, I mean, we're not even going to get into what the fucking media is saying. That will piss me off too much, no doubt. I haven't even looked at Blue Sky. That's probably going to be...
Oh, no, I've seen screenshots of Blue Sky, man. It's not good. It's not good. And this is what I mean when I said earlier when we were looking at that article, crack down on the threats of political violence. It's not, we shouldn't be waiting until after it happens to deal with it. What we need to be doing is we need to be going onto these social media platforms and telling these social media companies, hey, if you're hosting people that are hosting these threats to people, that's illegal. That's a problem. You need to start enforcing your policies, because you can go on Blue Sky, I'm sure, and you can, I don't have a Blue Sky account. You can go on like Blue Sky or Reddit, and I'm sure you'll find tons and tons of comments and posts celebrating this. And that's a crime. You're incentivizing and encouraging more people to do the same thing. That's a crime. And that needs to be treated as such.
something for next week. But the guy had opinions. That's all he did. I mean, like I was saying to my wife, this is massive. This is
like, seriously, this man had like no controversies. Like Bering's saying here, he literally just had an opinion, and he shared those opinions. That's all that he did, was he shared those opinions. And he got assassinated for it. We're trying to have a respectful debate with people with different opinions from him. That's disgusting.
breaking news in Australia.
And it's sad.
And
It's
I
just
just
sad.
hope it doesn't
This is what we've
trigger
come
a bunch
to.
of violence or something, you know. I really like America. I like American people. I like American culture. And
Again,
I
this
just
guy's
feel like it's
Australian.
been dealt a massive blow today. I think
Not-
I'm going
not
to leave
Kirk,
it there because
Bering
I don't
is.
have too much more to say on the matter. Rest in peace, Charlie, and look,
Rest in peace.
You know, condolences to his family. What can you say? I'll see you soon.
Yeah, 37 minutes ago, I knew him well. Who's this guy? Yeah. No, that's... It's terrible. It's terrible. Why am I getting recommended Ora emo? I'm getting recommended Ora emo. First off, okay. Let's just take a break now. I'm feeling relatively happy because I'm being recommended Ora emo. So I'm going to screenshot and save this. We're screenshotting and saving that I got recommended Ora emo. That brought a little bit of a smile to my face there. And so now we're gonna watch Benny Johnson's new video on it. I watched his other video on it. It was pretty good. I mean, as far as like good goes, he was just really kind of it was just kind of sad. But this is 7 minutes ago. Emotional Trump honors Charlie Kirk with powerful Oval Office address. Promises vengeance. Yes, that's what we need, and that's what so many people want. Let's see what Benny has to say.
Darkest days in the history of the American Republic.
Yes, it has.
We have seen the face of evil, and it's overwhelming.
And you can see he's doing effects to like make it, to really just bring out the somberness. Like, I don't know if this is actually just how it is, but it really looks like you can tell just by the coloring effects, and you can see it in the background there. But
President Trump has just eulogized Charlie Kirk.
And you know it's a big deal when Trump's actually uploading stuff to directly to Twitter instead of uploading stuff from Truth Social.
The Oval Office, Charlie Kirk was cut down in the prime of his life. A father, a noble and honorable good man, and there's not many of them.
Yeah.
Who I considered a friend. And I wouldn't be back on here were it not for President Trump's words, because what President Trump
Let's
has
see what he said.
crystallized here in his address from the Oval Office about Charlie was not just Charlie's legacy, but also
like Trump and Charlie were like actually friends.
What the Trump administration will be attacking.
Friends. They were allies. I don't really know if they were friends,
the Trump
but
administration,
they were allies
the
for
top
sure.
law enforcement official in the world, in our nation, President Trump, sees as the cause, and he is.
And this is
correct.
recent news, so kind of.
The violent rhetoric and psychopathic language that the left signals to its base is wholly to blame for this.
Yes, it is. This is what I'm saying. It's because, and I'm sorry for that freeze frame, Benny. But no, it's because of the rhetoric that they're preaching that causes stuff like this to happen. So they need to assume actual responsibility for this, and then that's not enough. Assuming responsibility would be a good first. They haven't done that in a long time. But what needs to be done next is for them to take steps and change their rhetoric and say, hey, you can disagree with people. That doesn't make them a fascist or a Nazi or a dictator. And that definitely doesn't mean that they need to be eliminated. That's what they need to start saying.
President Trump called it out square, and it needs to be heard.
So let's
To
see
my
what Don
great fellow
says.
Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
That we was in front of thousands of people. I saw the video, well, hours ago. I saw it a long time ago, but if you see the video, it's terrible. Like that was a lot of people who saw that.
Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock.
But you agree with what Charlie used to defend? Yeah, I agree with a lot of it. I don't agree with all of it. Like I'm not an Israel supporter. But I do agree with a lot of what he said. But the thing is, that's not what's important. It's not important whether or not you agree with what Charlie did or didn't, what his policies were. You don't have to agree with that. What I'm focused on right now is the actual causing, and I'm sorry, Donald, for that freeze frame, man. I'm just getting everyone with the bad freeze frames today. The problem is, and I've said this before, the problem is we need to focus on the root cause of these issues and make sure that they don't happen again. You know what? I was literally just having a conversation with one of my friends, and I said, because he's a big-time liberal. I have a lot of liberal friends. And I said, this is just going to keep happening. This was about the Minneapolis shooting. This is just going to keep happening. And until we start speaking it out. And when I was hearing about the Minneapolis shooting, I was like, holy cow, this is the lowest they've ever went. This is the lowest they've ever went. And I can't fully attribute that tragedy to the left because the guy was just insane. The guy was like very, very not well. But this is like, as far as we know, this is very clearly politically motivated. And this is, I can't tell if it's worse. We don't need to rank these things, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether or not you agree with him. Here, I'm just gonna state it in this one statement. It doesn't matter whether or not you agree with him. What matters is that we need to take more steps to stop the political violence that is continuously going on the internet and in real life too, being encouraged for other people to do this stuff. And shooting a person just because you don't agree with him is exactly what it was. Exactly what it was. And the thing is, Charlie Kirk didn't actually even do anything wrong. Like, as far as I know, I haven't done my full research on him. I watched him a lot. I didn't do my full research on him, so I don't know what kind of controversies he had, but he didn't really have like a criminal history. He never like incited violence against anyone. All he did was he went around to college campuses and he shared his perspective and he debated with other people's perspectives so that both sides could learn to get along and understand each other's perspectives. That's all that it was. That's all that it was.
And horror, a youth. Charlie
He did a
was
really good job with
also
the
a
youth.
man of deep, deep faith. And we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers
Amen.
are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family who he loves.
Yeah, his children. There is a chance that his youngest daughter might not even remember him. Because, what, she's only like 3? Do you know how disgusting that is? Like, you just, stream not working anymore? I don't know how, stream on Twitch seemed like it was being weird for a second. I think it lagged for a second. But, there is, the thing is, you are not just taking out someone, just a random guy that nobody's gonna care about. He had a lot of connections, and he had, like you said, he was a human, a father, a son, a person. That's the most important That's the most important part about this. Well, and obviously the political violence part is important too, and the steps that we have to do to stop that from happening again. But at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if another horrific event like this, another horrific mainstream event like this, happened within the next couple days. Because that's at the speed that we're going. That's at the speed that we're going here. And honestly, the right they're done. They're done. It's very messy.
Anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America.
Exactly.
Kirk
It really is. This is gonna go down in the history books. That's for sure.
Joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever. To share his love of country.
Classic Trump. I know it's not enough to say he was good at this thing. It's enough. He was the best ever, and which I mean, I can't really name anyone better. He really popularized the whole genre.
On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day.
Holy cow, Donald J. Trump spitting facts. This is exactly what it is. It's the demonization of people who don't share your opinions.
Year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared one to...
And see, this is a distinction that I have to make, and I like that he makes this distinction here. This is a very important distinction. Liberal does not equal radical left. Liberal does not equal woke. You can be liberal without being one of the crazy blue-haired Karens. But the problem is, nowadays, those are getting harder and harder to find as more and more of the moderate left is either getting pushed over to the right because their party is insane. Like, that's kind of what's happening to Bill Maher. Or they're getting pushed farther to the left because that's just the side that they've always been on, and they're just kind of going along with it, and they're getting brainwashed by MSNDC. MSDNC, yeah.
Beautiful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals.
You can really feel the he knows what Charlie's went through. He's went through it tenfold.
This kind of
being called a Nazi, man.
Directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today.
Only difference is Trump got lucky and survived. That's very fortunate. That's good. Unfortunately, it appears the luck did not carry over. And man, I wonder if Donald would have been there. If Donald would have been there, would it have missed? Would he have turned his head to this side and it would have just grazed his ear?
And it must stop right now.
I agree.
My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who
Antifa
go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder.
Well, I even forgot about all the ICE protests when I was listing off the things that the Democrats have done recently.
Executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others. Radical left political violence.
I didn't even know about a lot of this. Jeez, thanks, Donald.
Has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died. The values
This is
of
turning
free
so many people to the
citizenship,
to
the rule of
the
law,
right.
and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried.
See, the thing is though, it sounds a bit odd, so to some people, but it's not. This is how people are taking it. This is how people are taking it.
To silence him with a bullet, but he failed because together we.
You know what I'm really curious about is what is South Park gonna do about this? Because South Park, excuse me, South Park literally just had an episode where they featured Cartman as Charlie Kirk, and I might look up the South Park X account after this to see what it does.
His voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before.
No,
And it's
Charlie's
not even
Charlie's
close.
mission
May God bless
is
his
still going
memory.
on.
May God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States.
I guarantee a large portion of the people who were there to debate him on that day probably changed over to the right.
States of America. Thank you.
Are you curious about everything and able to learn far more quickly than the people around you? We at Peterson Academy did everything.
President Trump was friends to Charlie Kirk. They go way
Yeah,
back.
well, that's what I was saying. Thanks for confirming it,
And
Benny. I guess they have talked to each other since
have no
2015.
that Charlie Kirk's legacy is just beginning.
Benny's
Charlie
a
was
friend
martyr,
of Charlie too.
And when you kill
All of
when you
these
kill a
folks
martyr,
knew Charlie. He was a big guy,
you make him more powerful.
very popular.
Kill a man, you take away his power. Make a martyr, well, you just
It is martyrdom.
begin the path to power for the legacy of Charlie Kirk. In our own poor and inadequate way, we were able to give our eulogy for Charlie on Fox News tonight. Here's that.
Yeah.
Pray for Charlie and his family.
Annie, I want to start with you. I know Charlie respected you so
He was on. Hey, Billy Judd. He was on. I didn't know Benny Johnson went on Fox News. I know Fox News just did a. Yeah, we're talking about a depressing topic. I'm sorry. I know that they did like a, kind of like a really nice memoriam to Charlie on Fox. I didn't know that Benny went on Fox News.
much and loved you so much. Your thoughts tonight?
The Lord Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, took home his servant, Charlie Kirk, to be with him right now in paradise. I don't know why.
Suspect in custody. Did I hear Charlie Kirk died? Yeah, that's what we've been talking about for the past 30 minutes. I sure hope you're rage baiting. Because that's literally what we're talking about right now. It says suspect in custody. But they're not giving us a name, or even a photo, or anything else. And it recently just said, oh, it's a manhunt, so did they get the wrong guy? Because, it said, an hour ago that it was still a manhunt.
It is hard to bear, and it is hard to overcome. But this I do know, Laura.
You gotta
Charlie
remember,
Kirk
this guy
is a
personally
martyr.
knew him.
Charlie Kirk
he was
is
his
an
friend.
American martyr. Charlie Kirk is a Christian martyr. Charlie Kirk gave his life.
I wonder if Charlie Kirk's gonna become a saint. I know it takes 5 years, but given how much of a focal point his faith was to all that he did, and they probably wouldn't make him a saint just because of the reason they probably wouldn't want to get political, but I don't know how the climate would be in 5 years. But I'm sure somebody would probably open up a open up a request for that.
For this country and for his faith, he died as he lived, spreading salt and light to some of the darkest corners of our nation and culture, and living with a full heart. And we must rise up with that same full heart and venerate him and remember him by continuing his work, and that work would be this: to defeat the blackened evil that is overcoming our culture right now and fight it back with truth and good and light. Charlie always had a hopeful heart, and he always had a positive outlook. He is the single most
Yeah, he was like a really nice guy. Like, he was always smiling, and people would always make fun of him for his smile, but like, this dude always looks happy. How is that something to like make fun of someone for? Like, for someone that you're calling super evil and who's getting death threats every single day, like, he was a really happy and polite guy. Like, that's really just, like, how could you make fun of someone for that? I don't know.
noble,
It's weird.
passionate visionary I have ever known or will ever know. There will never be another one like him.
Because we're gonna stop being polite. People are going to stop being polite. There's never gonna be another one like Charlie Kirk, because people are going to stop smiling and being happy and being polite and opening up a civil conversation. Because people are done. People are tired of this.
God called home his servant today, and we must all set about the work and the business of honoring Charlie by defeating that evil. God help us. This is America's turning point.
It is going to be a turning point, that's for sure. Turning point of the USA.
Down Charlie Kirk, you will have made him so powerful and his message so resonant to the young fathers and young people with whom he was affecting, and this is why Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, reminder to anyone celebrating this, you didn't shoot this, you shot this. This is not who you got rid of, this is who you got rid of. So anybody celebrating that, just, I hope you at least feel some sort of remorse.
Was taken from us today. This is a political assassination, Laura. I believe that Charlie Kirk would have been president one day. I believe that in my heart of hearts. And that this was a political assassination.
I would have voted for him.
Charlie for 10 years. I've worked with him hand in glove.
He just had 4 more years to go. Could he have ran in the night? I don't think 2028 he could have ran. He could have run in 2032, though.
Shared the stage with him more times than I can remember, and been a part of great builds and exciting events and moments, and I saw and witnessed
Kirk 2032 would have been a thing.
Calling on his life. This was a political assassination because Charlie Kirk was doing the impossible. He was changing the hearts and minds of young people across
would have been a
this
good
nation
president
en
too,
masse, including your children, and I'm sure mine. Mine are quite young right now, but even they had met Charlie, and there was something truly powerful about his presence. And I want to just take this opportunity to state that we cannot forget that that is why Charlie was cut down today.
Oh, because
he was so affected, because he was winning, because he had won the argument. And take a moment, Laura, to say, please, please, God, please, I beg of your audience, pray for beautiful Erica and their 2
family.
Sweet children. Real prayers on.
Okay, I just want to say, we're at 8 watching right now. That's like my peak. That's like the peak I've ever been at. So, if you guys are enjoying, like and subscribe. I'm sorry.
Our knees.
I'll continue.
Today.
I just wanted to give you all a little shout out. Hey chat, welcome to the stream.
There's so many young people.
Thanks for being here today.
Going to church tonight.
Charlie's kids now have to grow up without him. Exactly. That's the worst part. That's why that's one of the many reasons why this is such a terrible thing. Because these kids are so young. They don't deserve this. Nobody affected by this did anything to deserve this.
Holding vigils in prayer together. And again, tonight a martyr.
Martyr is absolutely right.
And someone who cared so deeply about family, the American family, and the American child. He devoted his entire life to it well before he had children. He inspired me to have children and was
He was an
constantly
inspiration.
asking me, when am I going to have babies after I got married? Constantly.
He was a Chad.
Now, this is a young man who was in his young 20s when that Rush Limbaugh clip would have happened in 2018. Charlie Kirk is somebody who, the year after that, provided something that I will never forget, and a story that I've never told anyone, Laura, and I will tell you right now. There was a horrific fire on my block in Washington, D.C., right after a mass shooting.
I think
when
he was
DC
talking about
defunded
this.
their police. We had just brought home our newborn baby, and the lives of
Yeah,
my
he was
wife
talking
and
about
my
this.
newborn child was under threat.
At like a
And
conference
we felt horribly vulnerable, and we felt truly like we had nowhere
with
to go.
Carolyn Leavitt.
Charlie
Carolyn
Kirk
Leavitt, I think it is.
allowed me and my wife and my family, my young family, to stay in his condo here in Florida. And to
Absolute
search for a new
Chad.
home, to have
W
refuge
man.
and shelter when our home had been horribly fire damaged, and when bullets rang out on my block that could have struck my family. And Charlie was there for us, and he never asked for anything in return. This is why, in fact, I live in Florida. My family has quintupled since then.
Oh
in
boy.
children and in blessings, and it's because of
Oh
Charlie.
boy.
Extrapolate that to tens of, if not hundreds of millions of young lives who Charlie has affected, and what you are seeing on your screen right now is perhaps the single most effective
He was a really good spokesperson
for the American dream that we've ever seen.
He
or
was
witnessed
good
in our lives. That's why he is an American martyr and a Christian martyr, and we will continue his work. God bless
Alex
Charlie
and
Kirk.
Benny, both of you, thank you so much tonight.
Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to pause the video. But this is... No, this entire thing is just really... You know, good justice for Kirk, absolutely. He could have been POTUS one day. Let's check up what's going on Twitter. Okay, so they're trying to report Asmongold to the, you thought you were cute with the 8647 t-shirts and other coded calls for violence. Now it's happening to you. It's not going to stop. Now it's only going to get worse, and no one should have any sympathy for you. Be safe. Reminder, this is not a threat. This is not an encouragement of violence here. Reporting this threat to the FBI, the Secret Service, and Elon Musk, do something about this account. This is so funny. Okay, I gotta... This is genuinely funny to me because it's so stupid. Alright, let's autocorrect because I can't spell the word genuinely. Liberals are more dangerous than guns, absolutely. It's all about the person wielding the gun. That's the issue. Oh boy, Matt Walsh. The entire right has to band together. Enough of this infighting bullshit. We are up against demonic forces from the pit of hell. They're killing us in our churches. They tried to kill our president. They killed Charlie, one of our greatest advocates. Put the personal squabbles aside. Now's not the time. This is existential. A fight for our own existence and the existence of our country. This right here is exactly what I'm talking about. I just spent 30 minutes of Blue Sky and Reddit. I'm sure he meant on. If you don't believe in the devil, go check it out. Pure evil on the other side. Let's make a Blue Sky account right now. Let's make a Blue Sky account right now. If we even have to. Can we just discover? This doesn't look that bad. This doesn't look that bad. This doesn't look that bad until you do this. Oh, it's already right there. Wow. Let's see how it is now. It's fascinating to witness the performative shock and incredibility of people sympathetic to Kirk. He's a guy who built a whole career out of calling for violence against entire groups of people, which, by the way, he literally never did. And yet the idea that violence could be done to him, that's so stupid. Charlie Kirk died, and it appears no one on the right learned an effing thing. Gee, what's this supposed to mean? Are you saying you're gonna keep doing it? Anyone offer... I don't know what that word means. Hagiographies. Story here isn't. It's how thousands of prominent white ringers are calling for mass exterminations. Nobody is calling for a mass extermination. Nobody wants Trump to abolish the Constitution. Nobody wants all Democrats to be rounded up and shot. What is going on here? Holy cow. Yeah. You're right. Wow. Shocker here. Blue Sky is just full of people saying it's a great thing. Oh, here goes Asmongold. Hassan is not happy with Asmongold calling out leftists such as himself. He's such a pussy. Just say you want me killed. He literally didn't even... Oh my... I watched this video before stream today. I watched this video.
Terrorism.
This is so stupid.
Practice genuine terrorism on a daily...
Dude, he's such a pussy. Just say you want me to be fucking killed. Okay.
This man... So, Asmongold's the person who, when he wants to say somebody should be killed, Asmongold just says it. He literally just says this stuff. This is not something that he's going to be scared of saying, especially not to Hassan Piker. It's so dumb. Hassan Piker calls for violence on Nick Fuentes.
CP guys on him. No, we gotta, you know, the moment is clear. You gotta sick like the ACP guys on him. Okay.
Right. Remember, he's the violent one for saying that there's terrorism in our country, but this guy's advocating for political violence against Nick Fuentes. And I've heard things about Nick Fuentes. I don't really agree with Nick Fuentes. I think he's a good speaker. I haven't done fully my research on him, so I can't make a big opinion on him. But after our... Wait, it has been released 3 hours ago. What is this? So it wasn't the exact guy. I will not be doing a show tonight. Let us all say it, player. You know what? The more I see from Nick Fuentes, the more I think he's just a chill guy. But he's also, like, kind of not just a chill guy. Realizing this is the last... This is exactly what I mean. This right here. This post right here is exactly what I was saying earlier. People on the right are actually actually seeing what's going on here. Realizing this was the last thing I said to Charlie, not going to delete it. I believe he's with Jesus now and I'm ashamed. Unable to apologize for calling him a phony. He stuck his neck out all the time, engaging with opponents, while I scribbled and talked trash from the safety of my desk. You're a real one. I'm the phony. Edit, no, it wasn't a pun. I thought he got hit in the chest. That's crazy that people are saying that. Bishop Robert Barron here, making another post about it. He's made tons of posts about this. I first met Charlie about 4 years ago when I was in Phoenix for a speaking engagement. He reached out and invited me to breakfast. I was deeply impressed by him that day. He was a man of great intelligence, considerable charm, and real goodness of heart. I reconnected with him just last year after I saw him debate 25 young people who were, to put it mildly, hostile to his views. That was the Jubilee video. Bishop Barron watched the Jubilee video, I guess. I texted him that I was so struck how he kept his cool and his charitable attitude in the face of some pretty obnoxious opposition. I then asked him to appear as a guest on my interview program, Bishop Barron Presents, and he eagerly accepted my invitation. He was scheduled to come to Rochester, Minnesota in about 10 days. The last contact we had was 2 nights ago, after I appeared at one of the evening news shows to talk about the Religious Liberty Commission. He texted me and said how much he appreciated what I said, and then added, I'm excited to join you on your show soon. God bless you. That last sentence was what was most important to Charlie. He was indeed a great debater and also one of the best advocates in our country for civil discourse, but he was first and last a passionate Christian. In fact, when we had that breakfast in Phoenix, we didn't talk much about politics. We talked about theology, in which he had a deep interest, and about Christ. I know I'm joining millions of people around the world in praying that he rests now in the peace of the Lord. This is what people are saying. More Matt Walsh. Men, we have two choices on the shelf in times of these. Give in to anger even given to anger, even if the anger is justified, let it consume us and turn to radicalization, vengeance, and bitterness. Unfortunately, most people are going to choose this option. Turn in faith to the Lord and give it all to him. Yes, seek justice, but in the right way. Rip Charlie, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for not being... Thank you for being a decent human being. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yes, I'm angry because a friend who I respect... And he used Matt Walsh's screenshots here to say this. Yes, I'm angry because a friend who I respect and admire a great deal was just shot and killed on camera. You sit off at a distance and wag your finger and broadcast your holiness to the world. I hope that makes you feel better about yourself. No, Matt Walsh is justified here, by the way, for being angry, because, like, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, Benny Johnson, these were all people who actually knew him. I think Nick Fuentes might have actually known him, too. But they were all... and this guy's saying guns are the problem now. Yeah, right. Sure, pal. No, I was praying for you for, see this right here again, and I'm saying this right here a lot because a lot of people are making very good points because everyone's making the same point because the same point is very simple and obvious to see. Pray didn't help. I'm sure he meant praying. Praying didn't help Charlie Kirk, did it? No, I was praying for you for what's about to come. They have no idea. Like, tomorrow, the next few days are going to be absolute hell for the Democrats. We really don't have to live like this. Freedom Tunes is goated. Freedom Tunes is goated, by the way. We really don't have to live like this, man. We really don't. The radical left are so brazen and open. They literally openly incite violence in writing online every day. We could arrest them so easily. We could arrest their organizers and funders so easily. This is so solvable. Absolutely.
His wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine...
I hate Dean Withers with a passion, by the way. I hate Dean Withers with a passion, but I'm genuinely happy that people are that he's reacting like this. This is how you should react in a situation like this. Kristi Noem shot her puppy in the face. I'm pretty sure we all know this. I mean, I didn't know this until South Park. But I argue that that's a little less important and completely irrelevant in this situation, by the way. I don't know anything about Kristi Noem, therefore I don't support Kristi Noem. But I do know that that was like a thing in the South Park episode that was kind of funny.
Imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your... His 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die.
Exactly. Dean Withers is kind of based for that. You don't understand how furious we are. Yeah, this is your actual this is his organization. Yes, they should be furious. This is his thoughts on
saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police.
Yeah, so, like, last year, me and one of my friends went over the actual autopsy. We did, like, the actual math. This is completely unrelated, but just in response to this video, all I'm going to say is George Floyd did, in fact, die of... The knee on the neck was, in fact, a contributing factor because it stressed and it led to the cardiac arrest that eventually did, in fact, kill him. Andrew Tate being racist again. It's so difficult not to give in to the hatred right now. This vile, despicable evil I'm witnessing on Reddit. On repeat, I'm watching demons have a field day. God help me. This is so crazy. That this guy is saying Trump ordered Kirk's assassination. Notice to everyone on the left who's making fun of Charlie Kirk's death right now, we're going to expose every last one of you motherfuckers. This is... Right, this is what we should be doing. But the issue is, because we don't want to do this, we don't want to lower ourselves to these standards, what we do is we talk. Let me know when a bunch of people start getting arrested. But people haven't gotten arrested since 2016. So. Though, to be fair, this isn't a Trump issue. This isn't like something that's in Trump's hands. Though it certainly seems like he's definitely gonna do stuff about it. this is something that the actual, like, conservatives in themselves are actually just taking into, like, they're taking this into their own hands. They're becoming vigilantes of a sort. Is a good time to remind yourself. Yeah, see, now you're just being a jerk. Why are you trying to make this sort of statement here? And also the big difference is Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump have been friends for like the past 10 years. So I argue one of them's a little bit more personal to him. I know many of you were also lost traumatized not watching. I don't know who this guy is. Whether you like Charlie or not, you should not be okay with what happened today, and if you are part of the problem. Absolutely. I feel like I've lost a member of my family and I never even met Charlie Kirk. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. It's a turning point for the USA, is what everybody's saying. Melania Trump, literally, the fact is, he was such an influential person, we have other countries' leaders giving their prayers for him. Lost followers when Trump got shot. Losing followers right now. Keep unfollowing you mentally ill fucks. Asmongold is not effing around today. Yeah, no, he's not. This is... Yeah, it makes sense. Can't believe they haven't... Yeah, see, this guy... I think, you know what? A lot of people are actually, like, mad about this. Bill Clinton, yeah, see, here's the post that Bill Clinton made. Riley Gaines. It's all just these influential people talking about it. Like, you can see Ben Shapiro's, like, crying in that one. Yeah, Sarth. Yeah, I don't see. I'm not gonna. For the rest of the night, remember where you were when you heard about it. I was in religion class of all places. Let's see if South Park posted literally anything. South Park has not, in fact, posted anything on it. Let's see. This isn't the actual... Yeah, see, this isn't the actual Matt Trey and... Matt Stone and Trey Parker. That's why I was saying it. Duh. I didn't get his name right. I just wanted to see if, Here we go. This isn't him, right? No, this is a different guy. I'm just seeing... I don't think that they've said anything. Yep, new episodes tonight. Yep, absolutely. Haven't said a single thing, huh? Yeah, see, and we're back here again. Hold on. My birthday will be an interesting day for Charlie Kirk. Ah. So, well, I mean, everybody knows a lot of people were threatening him. We can't say every person who threatened him. Okay, I just saw the post above. I'm gonna finish my thought here. We can't assume that everybody who's threatening him is a viable threat, because a lot of people are just threatening him because it's normalized. We've basically allowed people to do it for so long. This right here, though. He's quoting an old post here. We're not really right-wing extremists. We're just normal guys who want people to be normal and our families to be safe. This was July 30th. He's replying to it now with simply saying, never mind. Exactly. That's what it is. This right here. People are in fact changing from becoming just moderate right or even centrist to becoming extremist now. Because that's what this is doing, and that's, honestly, that might be what we need. Today is the day Nick Fuentes became the voice of the GOP. Dear God, no. Let's not have that happen. Another person blaming guns, right? So we don't blame the pencil for the words that it writes, right? We don't do that now. Killed the one man. Yeah, see, this is what I said before. All these people are saying what I've been saying for the past, like, what, hour now? You killed the one man that was willing to come to you peacefully and debate. The talking is over. And what? That what the yep. Yep. Absolutely. Reminder to send all of your tips to this email. Website is charliemurderers.com. charliesmurderers.com. Let's go. Let's just go here. I'm really this is what people are starting to do. Let's go. Let's go here. Expose Charlie's murderers. Or Kirk was just murdered. Is an employee or student of yours supporting political violence? Look them up here. Canadian influencer. Bam. This person right here. Charlie Kirk is a Nazi, and there exists an undeniable moral and ethical imperative to kill Nazis. Right. Right. And all these people here, we need to find people with better aim. This is so stupid. And, of course, it got all the socials pulled up here, as it should be. All of them. Oh, and this is all the people who have been submitted, right? That's good. This is very good. I'm saving this page. We are saving this page. This is great. I'm happy that somebody has made a website where you can submit this type of political violence. I always sending my site, making sure everyone I find online who celebrates his death famous, so prepare to have your whole future professional aspirations ruined if you are sick enough to celebrate his death. This is what people are doing. People are taking this into their own hands. They will have to invent a new word for the anger that I feel today. This is happy. We'll give them a like. My mama is cancer-free. W. Bobby. In all of this, he's just wanting his happiness. Fight like hell. That's a JT Music song.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year.
Yeah, see, people are saying this, but I think that it's just how he worded it. It's the fact that I'm sorry, Charlie. It's just literally how he worded it. If you say I'm good with Trump being a dictator, this would end now. See, that's what a lot of people need to really figure out. I don't want a dictator. I don't want a dictator. But if people would stop blocking every little thing that he did, we'd be getting a lot more stuff done. But back to what he was saying here. It's just a fact. Like, having knives means someone's going to stab someone. That is just what happens when you have knives. When you have guns, somebody's going to shoot someone. That is just what happens when you have guns. That is all that he's saying, and it's common sense. And it's not that difficult to understand. It's not wishing death on anyone. It's acknowledging the unfortunate reality and just how stuff like this works. Hillary Clinton does know that Charlie Kirk's dead. According to Bill Clinton, we can look up Hillary right now. Bill Clinton said he and Hillary were praying for Charlie. You see, she reposted it. She reposted what Bill Clinton said, acknowledging that they were praying for him. So yes, she does in fact know. Charlie Kirk would have been president. A lot of people were saying that. A lot of people were saying that. She called me crying hysterically. She loved listening to him. She loved listening to him talk to what she calls the crazy. She loves hearing his testament to the Lord. She's 16. He was touching an entire generation no one had paid attention to. We are at a turning point. This is true. This is unfortunately true. He was really, he was doing what he was doing. He was going to, like, college campuses. He was really good with the youth because he started as a youth. He started this at 18. He started this actually before 18. He just made the thing at 18. Am I following Michael Knowles? Why am I not following Michael Niles? He started this at 18. That's why he was so good with youth, and also because that was the demographic that he was doing it for. I always consider myself a moderate person. I've been proudly unaffiliated since age 18, but I've seen too many cities destroyed and too many innocent Americans killed by the radical policies and ideology of the Democrat Party. Today, I'm registering as a Republican. This is what's going on. Yep, this is this person blaming guns again. This is the only Democrat I could find who showed honest sorrow after hearing the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I disagree. Dean Withers seemed pretty honest. Dean Withers seemed okay. Vote for a criminal, get rampant crime. Trump has divided our country into a dangerous mess. I don't think Trump's the one who divided the country into a dangerous mess. So, and also, this person's being racist. Can we just point that out? Well said. This is the turning point. Well, I mean, also, we're on Twitter right now. Everybody's racist on Twitter. What's the point of liberalism if it leads to the let's talk it out guy bleeding out on the debate stage? And Elon Musk responds, yeah, exactly. And, of course, the ever-famous cat turd, who, like, people got really mad at him a while ago. I don't know why that was for. I think it was for, like, something related to the Epstein files that were, like, really making people mad a long time ago. And they still make people mad. But all he's saying is war. And here we have someone threatening J.D. Vance. That's lovely. The political party with a majority of the guns hasn't fired a shot yet. Do liberals really know what they're getting themselves into? Also, those 3 letters are very important. Yet. Devout Catholic takes her children to daily mass. Charlie started to attend mass with her over the past few months. Absolutely. Shared an opposition in the abolition of sex. He had once showed me to discuss it. Oh, is this he actually talked about? I'm not a Republican. I'm certainly not MAGA, but I'm grieving his death because he was a human being. Exactly.
How would you want to be remembered? I want to be remembered for courage for my faith.
This is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what he and this is why I sincerely think that there might be a petition in 5 years to canonize him as a saint. Because he wasn't just he wasn't, like, politics wasn't what he put central. He was a very faithful man. I know I saw Kamala Harris made a post about it. I saw Barack Obama made a post about it. I don't know McCain. I'm not familiar with McCain. I don't know which McCain it is. Here, I'm gonna search up. I'm just gonna search up McCain. It'll be John. Is it this guy? I'm assuming it's that guy, right? I don't know if there is a John McCain on here. I don't know if he has a Twitter account. John McCain does, but I'm sure he's said something. Everybody has said something. RFK Jr. once again, a bullet has silenced the most eloquent truth teller of an era. There won't be a Democratic president for the next 100 years now. Absolutely. I officially have a favorite Hollywood celebrity. Yeah, no, Chris Pratt is pretty based. Chris Pratt is pretty based from what I've seen from him. Holy cow. Charlie Kirk, September 9th, yesterday. Will Democrats and their liberal media allies ever be more upset that an innocent person was murdered than they are that conservatives noticed an innocent person was murdered? Holy cow. Picture of Charlie Kirk at Mass. Apology not accepted. He was going to be the president. Hung out with him this weekend. Killed the man, but his message lives forever. I am Charlie Kirk. Yeah. A lot of people are saying, I am Charlie Kirk. Like, he's living on through them. Chat, this is terrible. This is terrible. And I think this is genuinely the first time I've ever gotten political on this channel, really. Like, I'm sure I've worn a Trump shirt once or twice, but I don't really talk about it. I feel like this is really important, and I don't want to just sit around and just, like, I feel like I have to play some sort of part in basically sharing the message and spreading the word about this. So, yeah, this will probably not be the last time I discuss politics on this channel. I'm probably going to do it quite a bit more often. But if you enjoyed this video, if it somewhat made you think, please do like and subscribe. You know, I can't even ask for that. I can't even ask for that. Don't like and subscribe if you don't want to. I'm not even going to ask for that. Don't comment. None of that stuff. Just have a good day, and please continue to pray for your loved ones. Continue to pray for his family. Continue to pray for anyone who's affected by any sort of violence, be it political, be it religious, be it any sort of violence at all. And as always, I'll see you next time on the FPG channel. Thanks for watching.